Nyantechwa emre am discover free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer easy convenient fast and sound so you free won't you hwe me discover ye mapim tap send entienne also download the tap send app no e mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana afa na nyina tap send papa no
check it. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se wo benya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo wo so to mfa sika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota la pass nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anase ade bia wo pebia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bebia wo se wo tumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. All call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Another beautiful and of course exciting moment right here in the studios of Sammy Flex TV, and this is Showbiz Daily. My name is MC Berima, your favorite MC's MC, and today's episode, in the shots with me, I have the main man, young barrister, the chief organizer, chief me person me can in Zambia. What was it? Big hype. Because me didn't see me was a hype. Yeah. Me didn't see me was a hype. Youngest barrister. Me status. Charlie Brown, you ever here? I say, is she a checker? Bibi, how did he? Me last 2 weeks Saturday, White on James party.
Yeah, you don't come. So.
Yeah, you know, you have to forgive because they do a Saturday Sammy and the 1 or 2. But then I realized Okoye.
Very.
Okoye. Papa.
Use the tuna.
So it means it went well.
Yeah, very well. Very well.
All right, so that is young barrister or your event organizer, same way promoter, Pepe, or Hassan, and the newest, finest road manager to Wendiche, Rocktown Records, and Reagan Beef Nation president, same way, Team Solomon Dodu, Chemu, Ono, and a YouTuber, or also a YouTube manager. Anything bothering you to talk about YouTube media, all you need to do is to see him or consult him. No, big pictures media, big I'm out. Pepe. Yeah, fast like I say, and so Emma Caresi the guitar rasta, and then one year in big up, ye. It's no, in so on the camera coverage personal person, and our friends the Richie Flex, Lapiji, or Mina come and attend the idea, you know, and Brem Fefe. And to you too, being a part of the family, always being with us, doing this thing with us. Thank you so much, and God richly bless you. Anytime I'll be on Sabeka content will be, make sure you share to family and friends to enjoy whatever is going on in the entertainment space as far as we are alive. Chamo, Bulldog, Bulldog, and Shatta. Case
I predicted it. Anytime Shatta will also comment, and one I'm not surprised what is happening, but I wish they would just stop it.
But maybe I will share Do you see the dangers around it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, when people wants to fight or begins to fight, anything at all can happen. So fighting, there's nothing good about it. So there obviously there will be dangers in there, and we are witnessing them.
Okay, this is one of the topics that we are going to discuss, because now Shatta has come out with some sensitive words, which is affiliated to the late Fenwick Ochery, former manager to Kaukese. Yes. Sammy Felix, me so here. But I was saying, Kaukese. Yes. Wakokan Sama, Kwakotrisani Minina. We will enter into it proper. Same way, Ovi, former signee of Benetton Music Group. Waba Abe Disco. Waba Abe Chile say, in fact, o free sir, Aswaya Honor, Benetton Music Group, and funny trim, and call Bodam. Na say be originate of because oh lady you are friend drew why say you na come be discuss e wa say same way Mzbel on a mental touch issues concerning Zion Felix, when Mzbel had an interview section with Sammy na nsema obrugu hono originate of because but why will Mzbel say all these few words same way about bonten ababe twa apology obi who I beg you and to just sit back, relax. You better your bonny a papa munina and you mean yati ye ho ase. It first, nyanko share video now on ne Sammy K enya na whatever that came out of the video now later on babonten be apologize say nyanko share video no you better you so.
It's been a while I saw you with Zion Felix. Why? What's up?
I don't have no business with him anymore.
It's been a while I saw you with Zion Felix. Why? What's up?
I don't have no business with him anymore.
Why?
I just don't have any business.
Like what has happened?
Yeah, Obi Oye Wunipa on your considerate when your news comes out. It's not your nipa.
Your news comes out.
Who say if you ascend here by a phone, no be you expect that somebody Oye Wunipa there. And was sent Obekanafa. But Obekanatra na ye did what them no because now then I was through. But that was even way back. But it's just that people come into your life and when it's time for them to go, they have to go.
So
yeah.
Into story ben oye into stories are na we ninja ho.
Da be story people me da me the story ben po na family ho but ni e bia me hu na say na enye me den na. See, he's making people portray Mina as a bad woman or a bad girl or a bad person, and that really hurts because I know that girl. She's my goddaughter. She's so humble, she doesn't like to talk, and make her cramp and when I see how people are trashing her, making her saying Zion or Mazayon, yes, or my Zion, you say, me no nimo kasa. No, I catch Zion said I'm sorry. See, but the way our young man is making people portray the girl as a bad girl or
so no control that.
Yeah, but she doesn't even do that. Like I mean, not your advice. I made the man and can control Zion or bet so because me I'm a spiritual person. When I tell a man to sit down, he will sit down. But on fine, yes, no, my friend, I say me now me catch was a catching is. That's Mzbel. And then still, people will label her as something evil, and it hurts my soul so much that I don't even want to hear Zion's name anyway.
So why are there no more?
See, I don't even care if they are together because me no. See, or you're the type of oba of he say when I'm a trier and one I was a met now and your crowd met me see. Otherwise, like she's moved on because for her to be my goddaughter, and I can't move on the other because I've introduced her to people. I've make cancer me guna trimu yes, but so what because she thinks oh, with time things can work out. And it hurts my soul when people call her a bad person or bad this, bad that because of this guy. And people don't know what she's going to behind. Or she doesn't control shit. She just accepts anything.
She came to write on Instagram that team Mina
and she doesn't and as I'm telling you, if you like go and interview Mina or ask Mina, since I'm a call in naming ceremony, on frame I'm in February.
Why?
Because she doesn't listen. She doesn't listen. Dear cool and one or dear she doesn't listen. I went to her address and I saw her relationship with Zion, how she was cozy and nice and decent and humble and respectful. She doesn't listen.
I mean, that's how a lady should be respectful. I mean, we all should respect each other. I know you don't believe in the...
No. Respect is respect. It doesn't matter what I believe in.
And respect is respect.
But me, Pano, on Shatta
Zion, what do you...
Obi Obu, no.
Zion Bumina.
Me pacho Obi Bua.
I don't believe
Me pacho Obi Bua. Could you be with cheer on my own? On can see winning. Obi Bua. So be titi wa obejina wa ka say ba you say ni say not. Oh, me who say about social media or defending girl and like chale
so what's the promise ring? What's show mutu na
promise ring any near ya show we busuafo ni me near ya afro okukuo mu na ya show.
Oh, no dey understand.
Why dey kan yin say ye? Why dey kan yin? Yeah, who can we enye me fia asem me can, but I know the girl. And also I don't believe in things. I know things. I know her. I know how humble she is and how she will cry and how she always want to trust you. Not to miss all the she no. Now it's hurting her because Mina.
Okay, so this is the interview section of course between Sammy K and then Mzbel. All that she said, I'm sure, very, very sure, said what's it nah, your kind. Now she realized, oh, why a mistake, and whatever she said, she didn't say it well. And you know, or take it to Instagram and or phone sending him, who I beg you. Now the way of kind, young Koshe, Sena or apologize, say we are near Babetu, your bonnet papi, we are discussing it thoroughly. So let's go watch the apology video near Barney at 20 videos.
Good evening, Ebusuafo. Good evening, Ebusuafo. Any adofo nyina mo social media ha. Any misbelievers nyina. Enumre mesre mu nyina se. Mo beboa me na me di chew pakese. Ama me nua ba ketua Mina. Popularly known as Mina Touch. Ewo social media ha. I just saw an interview I granted with Sammy K. And manka say ye o baby. Manka say ye cry. My ferret. And I have no excuse than to come here quickly and apologize to Mina. Midiyao any ebufu ene kasaye without even thinking. Anka ebi kra me dwen ho a anka my friend Sammy came to Akacha and said, only sa partner frame. But say ya only before into my dream, I wasn't thinking. Into me now who video we are. Me pacho pa, I am very, very sorry. Manka say ye. The way I'm afa was me nyakitwa. You know, me huni ama e kosono. Next sanka me di ya only before kasa say. Na Eddie more pain and hurt and Baba Kanya who go through already. I am very, very, very sorry. I hope you find a way in your heart to forgive me. Man shadas my best na bedroom akasa afa omusa. But ya and a year before. So I wasn't thinking. I am very sorry.
One shada ya na ebufu entino facheno from Mzbel to Mina Touch. Chamo.
Yeah, very much.
As a maybe be starting fee. But all the same, young papa.
Oh yeah.
Your take on this one. The first interview with Sammy K. What went wrong? And
yes.
You know,
The second one, yeah.
What should the demeanor? The way of Kasame
before I even go in deeper and analyze it, I want to say that if Zion Felix or who video now if what Mzbel can is anything to go by, I think he should not, in fact, think twice to marry that girl.
As
Mina. Yes.
Oh.
She shouldn't, because she's a good woman.
No, I want to understand this very
yes clear. After all the influence Mzbel the man, according to her, if she's
with Zion Felix now,
then she's a good woman, and she's a wise woman as well. It was because what Mzbel was saying wasn't a good advice. This girl is with somebody that they started at the time, not Zion Felix, and yet to say the why. He wasn't as he is right now. Now he's at the peak. And you don't get a lot of people like Zion Felix. I mean, people succeeding in life based on what they do, like Zion Felix has done.
Yeah.
So you can't just leave it like that because somebody wants to come in. And emotions is not enough. Like Mzbel was saying that, but your emotions, how can you just let go of your emotions? Who do emotions a chair come back? Sometimes you just let go certain things. Whenever, when you are not even happy with it, you just let it go, just to have your business, your job or whatever. But when you go after your emotions, you may lose a job that later you will regret. And I bet you, if Mina decide to say, Zion Felix is here, he won't get a person like Zion Felix. As in, yes, if you know, be a why successful channel, now be a handsome channel, and you. Oh, no, be a best friend of my own.
Yeah.
Almost be no money, I between condemn.
On what basis?
Because all of them at this point in their life will have somebody in their life. Obi why successful to say Zion Felix or beyond Zion Felix, or Nahokwa.
Oh.
They have somebody in their lives. Everybody.
Sir.
Yes.
Say obi o sikeni bi o honoma onni oba bi wona brabo.
Ebi ni ho. O chu obi enti wo be kwa ka ho. Like what I say, like oni obi.
But it's obetime you be, but obi a say on ne be settle down. Na bia.
Oh nya bi, that's the point.
But if Seminalin or a rightful woman to settle down with her, definitely obetime nya bema dey so no nisika. Obetime afa fa chia. But then support woman alin so a. Ebi no hu say bia your wife personality and wife material. Obetime worry.
Then he will keep you and still be going around like Zion is doing. Like, so what is the point? If you let go of such a person, I build you. Say not Zion Felix. I bet you a beer and Kaoma can meet together. Because at that time Zion Felix will feel that I have options. I'm pretty sure the time that he met this lady, now when we say, oh Charlie, she's fine. I think I can work with her. Like I can have her as a partner. Bibisa enuntina or stay. Now no what do point to be a obet me enya Minalin so be a bear 4-5. But still he will go with Minalin because or no in a bre.
Yeah.
So regardless of say or person will travel say will travel I think Zion will still stand by this lady. And this lady needs to join her in that same contest. This is the best decision that she can take. Stand with your man that you have toiled with or you have worked with from scratch to this point. So don't just let somebody say one thing or something that you can easily ignore. And then you say, okay, I'll leave it for you. Okay, as a ujana, enipana or no option or onfa. Why shouldn't that person also have the same sentiment that you have? Nenka munina munja Zion Felix. But I can bet you, if Senka or no kasa wa train hope, a better time be sunlight. Omokrade omamre to say the obre ombeba be dini free. And you know, I think the best advice at that time, Anka Mzbel, the be money goddaughter, say on anything like on strong to stand with his her man because things will get better.
Yeah.
But rather advising her to leave the manner or non in a bread till this time. No.
Trying to connect other
even that men or uncle warino. If they would treat her condemn. They will just because that man, I can bet you they are all married or they have somebody in their life. It means they will have their way with her. I don't want to say they will sleep with her and leave her. But the point is that man now or person or connect, I can bet they are maybe they will be bigger than Zion Felix. But it's either they have wives or they have a wife, they have side chicks, and they will add you to it. And no na Mina limpa obinebi. Now she wants somebody to call my husband. In fact, she will be proud and even say I started with him at the time and not on Drew baby I would do no. Into who Jana Kofadi or such an as any pana or kono. Or no been a building you and a oba. Into a no jazz any pana or befoul and I or can't any pana. And let's go this way. Mzbel now O2 Safon. What is her status?
Big question.
Yes, obviously because of her understanding of how relationship should be, how she sees herself. She's not married. And in your advice, she's advising you not to marry. That's how she lives her life.
Okay.
But she's not married. And the advice be free.
Okay, so if she's not married and giving such an advice, would you say a personal decision that she doesn't want to marry? And I say,
of course.
But
I think it's her personal decision based on the way she talks.
Okay.
It's her personal decision not to marry. And it's her advice. That's the direction she will go. Once I was say, me man, I was so that kind of thing. And you know, she was still bond with somebody. Like we know Mzbel say wow. But obviously based on her talks alone, you can see that she doesn't want to get married or something. And if she's advising you based on her sentiments and her experience, she will be advising you in that direction. And I think it will not help anybody, even including Mzbel. When you are growing like her, it will get to a point you'll be lonely. And yes, and not only her, anybody within that circle, like any human being, you are not born to live alone, or you will not get a better life when you are alone. It's better you bond with somebody, but not anybody at all. So you try your best to get a better partner so that you have a better life. And you know, somebody like her advising Mina to leave Zion Felix was a bad advice. And even coming public to say it makes it worse. Just that in mind, the way I look at things, I think it's portraying the girl to be a good girl. Yes, just that the advice is not good. But I see it as positive for the girl. Like then people will go like, wow. Me for instance, I respect the girl more now if she took all those advice but still didn't act on them. Because what happened at that time, no, it wasn't easy. Obienwa obepa say ye didn't be fade Mina come into offer ni na Mzbel, somebody like Mzbel or some goddaughter advising but still when no one is Zion called there, she's a good woman. And she shouldn't back out now. I think she has made a good decision. Okay,
so now, how do you think or how do you feel Zion is going to pick this content? And as how would he see Minalen apparently?
And I make her say, even now or doubt to be cry about her, now it should cease.
Okay.
In fact, she should now have the confidence that she has, like he has the right woman to marry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That is in Team Dodu Solomon, aka Chemo. Yeah. Move on to Nana Regan. Honestly, Opeki free. The first, advice of the man Minalen. After we are, let me be so. The apology no be the demeanor, the way she's saying it. Do you see how serious or do you see how meaningful it is?
Okay. First of all, advice now or the Minalen touch. To some extent, it was a good advice.
To some extent.
Yeah, it was a good advice. I'm saying to some extent it's a good advice because she has survived it. and you'll be an situation now common obeying me and survive. So what I say, many women are suffering, and some of them have even lost their lives. Some of them have been abused. Some of them have like bibia trauma, torrent, and I said like a huge injury be atona. Went to me and I'm connected be other beam because of some of these situations. This is your relationship more. And we've been advising people that, you know, when you get to such situations, that's all now the best thing is to save yourself first. And I think Mzbel's advice at that time was to, you know, make sure the girl is safe first. Obeying the mental peace and that joy to, you know, be away from that emotional stuff. So we can't conclude that the entire advice was wrong. You understand? And with Mzbel's position, you know, as a celebrity and as a godmother, you see, one thing I did was say when people look up to you and they trust you, they confide in you and think that anytime him and they come to you for you to give them advice and do this. And Sandy Pan say open asema can they be the same, you know, complaints and now advice the same thing now advising yes a time will come, like she was saying, it will be occur naming ceremony in not get on a friend and it can happen to anybody. Me I'm it. So say we be now aba machro say I don't know a quan when you fast no ade what's aba beam with the same problem. Me say that be I didn't you say befa ade what's the same problem aba beam about the third fourth time in few me twen ko pema na be aba machro won say Jimmy, you know. Okay. Oh baby I go you. Okay. Because one problem now we are advising you, are giving you another option, another choice. Say, okay, yes, say we say wow. O say that be no apply the same format. Now also the same cry and complain. That's how baby. Me paba. No matter how me pay was no me paba. Okay. What you say? But the good thing I mean Mzbel I am a fair me then say. Okay, now went in a girl now survive. I want us to pay attention to the survivor now. So survivor in the sense saying yes, be a Zion, why we know. But for her to even go through such emotional nyamana, wait still now, wait me calm down. They say I ain't shut down to your once in piano, and then they survivor. So see whether Zion has to marry her, not your more can be say a be portraying her as a good wife because we see advice. No, it is not entirely true. Okay. Maybe she also knows what she wants to get out of that relationship and she hasn't gotten it yet. Maybe a Zion ko why when the na efro no why we na de chi no nyasa ade na. And that stories will come up. She can take different decisions. The possibility is high. You understand? Anything can happen. Na chemo ka say Oshia no na Zion be it said the why yes it is true it said the why and they know be but not Zion was if not you can not want to be any B class mo. Because in him Mina we was Zion a camp and I stand aside. So what I say, we know her, so we know where she came from and how things went. Together, yeah. What I say, so that alone cannot tell say she is a good person. And in fact, Zion also edge and also quite conclude this say because he went to Mzbel advice into a good person, he might also get it wrong. Okay. Into no me they say. When tie a foot ana Mzbel the man at that time. Mzbel edi hu obufu ba. Me Mzbel wronga. Me ne nya adwin nye advice no the man menalin at that time. Publicly at that time the position as a celebrity and a godmother no obi abetimi ayesa ade no. But say odiko interview mu e ko keka ansem no with Sammy no. And it's a no for me. Okay. She is your goddaughter. What advice no kokum you on phone? That is private issues are more and you can say back interview me you sure say no na what that you won say no won say wa form like you maybe on commodity be okra you can say on Sammy in front of camera crowd keka And no chopper no opa.
Say no or Shatta Kai.
Yes.
Say what she did no. Ebufu ene obi ane ho nto no ene mane kai.
Inti honum no olusi ni emotional intelligence kakra. Inti she has done the right thing.
Okay.
Say wetimi adaju no say no why from so.
Okay.
Now aba monte aba pa Mina and Chow say interview some of kan wa bonte ne nyama no.
Okay.
On fan chem.
Okay. So if I should understand you clearly, the apologies now Mzbel Beye no. Not for the advices now or the man, but for her to come out there and then say it publicly.
Exactly. Me I think say e nkomodie na ono isameke nya no. Ehun adisua na wakwakusua na ofele no wafum girl no.
And she doesn't retract ever advising her on something like that.
I mean, why should he? And I make her say advice in the position now no ujina say godmother no. She can advise because one in area we've heard about stories that people sometimes nipa number out in the kind of relationship mo say na no phone na tikum obe come na ebe bie nsem so acho no say the person was going through so much emotional stress in the relationship or in the name of I want to keep it. I want to be in it because menen abre masa obi enim obi ahyebre. Maybe Zion is just a stepping stone for Menal Touch. Maybe the chamo so be tune condemn. That person is also supposed to be part of your life story. What I say? Into whether be tune the condemn or the condemn no. You do on my you be unyi ni mo no ko we ni ma bo abrabo ko ni we will see. Into Mzbel has also done the right thing. Girl ni nya akukudo edi jinaye and no risks be brave one. But for her to survive it, let's give her also her flowers. So why are there at that time young lady with Juma or be a member be so would love to, associate themselves or have a life with you. Wait me Jinamua na Zion China Zion still now Jina when so up be see some pempen. So yeah, it's cool. On also the flowers who deserve say at the Beman. But Mzbel has done a very beautiful thing, and I think we need to commend her. Say for some time now, personally, I think Mzbel has really grown, and she is showing so much maturity in a lot of things or situations that she finds herself in. And this one is a typical example of it. Say what kasa in rebi etwem. Now what dadju say no kasa me kasa enye kasa de enye kasa eboa enye kasa a boy be growth and I say a de inkabo mo e brain microphone no ma me bra bonte na me fa camera see me so na me panic. I mean it is not easy. That decision is not easy to take. It's for her to be able to do that, and I think say she has really done great, and personally she has earned so much of my respect. It's not as if I not me respecting her, but I double sana person mekano. Right now respect and more Mzbel no I multiply. So I mean, people should do same. I mean, sometimes don't say, "Hey, I'll bet me you be in a kasa. I'll be bet me. Oba I could do be cry home come baby." What you say? Nyama ibu anko ye. So oba kasa o chale ebia chale me kasa wo bufu mu na me de kire wonte o chale. Yen fan chena yen koso unye. People find it very difficult to do that. So yes, Mzbel has done the right thing. She has done very good by coming out to apologize to Menal Touch. Menal Touch, on the other hand, has also been strong for herself. Me, I won't say she has been good because as we speak, we don't know where the whole thing is going to. She has so if she really wants Zion to marry her, that's what relationship no more. It has not happened. Until me conclude say why achieve the or she.
Okay.
Adie chene say on Zion, nyame pengu me I will say they will marry. Yeah, on Zion intimacy. Zion aware na wakọ oba fofora. Well, Lucy, at that time, Mzbel advice not the man. No. It can also become a good advice if we want to say right now. Say, good advisor. Say, Menal into me achieve. Say Zion be why no be Zion. Yere obi asin na obi enim on the better na say abo bra. Na say okolusi Zion pe. Mzbel's advice becomes a perfect one.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You move on to Young Barrister. Let's listen to him. And bro, how do you see this whole thing from the advice and now coming out to apologize.
Good evening to our cherished viewers and my lovely, my lovely people. I'll be giving them a shout out every Wednesday when I get a chance.
Pretty soon.
Dr. Anita and then Dr. and Mrs. George Greaves. Yeah, they are out there watching. So.
Young barrister.
Yo.
Shout out to you, mommy.
All right, so I side with Nana when he said that the advice that Mzbel gave at the time was right. It is perfectly right. This is somebody that she took as a goddaughter. So obviously, when the lady was going through a lot of relationship stuff, obviously she would have no choice or that is the best choice advice she would have even picked up to tell the lady that okay, if you think whatever you are going through is not well for you, leave the relationship. Even there are so many guys who are even chasing you, I would even get a perfect one for you. This is this is no wrong advice for such a person, because from the video she's saying that Mina is a good girl. She's someone who wants to do this and that, and she's bent on doing that. So the advice at the time was not a bad one. If people are going through relationship stress and you think that their peace is what you want, and you would be happy seeing them happy, so the best thing to do is to advise them to move away. Now when you look at the video, or when you watch the video, you realize that Mzbel spoke out of anger, not because of Mina, but because of her encounter with Zion. Because she said that there are stuff that happened that she expected Zion to act in a certain way, but he doesn't do that because Zion was a friend to her. So for her, that fallout alone was one thing that she was not happy with. And she was also not happy that her goddaughter was also going through same stress with Zion. But one thing people do not get is that friendship and relationship are two different things. There are people who are very good with friendship and they can be bad when they have a relationship. So it is very bad to say that because you are my good friend, you can be a good person when you are in a relationship. There are people like that. So advising people, you need to be very, very careful. Mina can be a very good lady and be a bad girlfriend to Zion Felix and still be a good friend to Mzbel. So when you are advising people, you need to know how to advise them. So here in the case, this is a good lady. Per the video we have watched, Mzbel has portrayed the lady to be a very good lady.
Person,
that she did not even listen to the advice. No, she did. She did listen to the advice. The only thing she did not do is to move away from Zion Felix. Because this is a lady who knows what she wanted, who knows what will make her happy. And if Zion Felix was making her hell out of her, she was ready to face that monster and work on it. Not all advices that people give you are bad, isn't it? You are the best advisor for yourself. So when the advices came, she decided to be the best advisor of herself and took all the things that was told to her and took them into actions, and I think it's working for her. So she may have a bad relationship per what we have heard, like what happened, but I think she has worked around the clock and knew what she needed, and she's working towards that. If one day the two of them will end as married couple, that is what she wants, and that is what she wants to fight for. The apology for me is one thing that I think Mzbel need to be applauded for. It is not because she advised the lady, no. She only said she spoke out of anger. There are certain things that she said that she shouldn't have even brought to the light. That alone is key. Not because she advised. No. If somebody is going through hell in a relationship, advise the person to move away. Don't forget that if Mina has moved from Zion and gets a guy and she's happy somewhere, Mzbel will be happy. We can also agree with the fact that okay, she's a good girl because she didn't listen to the God. Do you know how many advices she has taken from Mzbel that are working for her now? You may not know. That is why she will constantly go to Mzbel and go and seek advices. So for that, she's always there as a godmother, and the lady will always reach out to her. But apologizing for the lady, and I think the lady needs to also act maturely and accept the godmother now that yes, there are certain things that you said. I'm not sure that Mzbel would advise her entirely that, oh, you leave Zion Felix, leave Zion Felix and stuff. I'm sure that there are certain things that she said that the lady also took into consideration and she's working. Mzbel is an adult, and I'm sure she's older than Mina.
Oh,
so obviously,
far older than her.
So obviously, there are stuff that she has told Mina that are working for her. But let us be conscious and very, very, very careful when we want to advise people, because who you know is not who somebody also knows. I can know Nana very well, and our dealing will be different from how he deals with you. Yeah. So Nana can be a bad friend to you, and he will always be a good friend to you. So let us be very careful when we advise people. So for me, with the things that are happening, is maturity that is at play, and I commend Mzbel for these things that she has been doing over the few days that she has been in the light. So for me, there's nothing wrong with it. We should not chastise her. We should not even put gun on her head now because she said something in the past. Whatever she said in the past was right. Whatever Mina was going through, that, can you just imagine that your husband impregnated you, or your guy, your boyfriend impregnated another lady and impregnated you at the same time? You can imagine the trauma that you'll be going through. That I thought you were mine. How come, even if the person was going to get pregnant, it should be after I deliver, or maybe before me? It was like in the same era, and things like that were going on. So obviously, Mzbel would have no choice than to say, move away from that trauma, move away from that emotional torture. So for me, it was the best advice a friend or a godmother could have ever.
I don't even want to believe that was the only
advice
reason why she was running to Mzbel. There could be other pressure that was coming to her that she would definitely discuss with Mzbel, that, oh, aside this is what, maybe it can even be family related issues. You understand? And such pressures for such a young lady, it's just too much. Okay. So definitely, if you're a godmother, you are tempted to advise just as Mzbel did.
Okay, so Young, let me finally ask you this one. So how do you think the relationship is going to be between Zion Felix now and then Mzbel?
If it is,
because I'm not sure Zion Felix is aware that this kind of advices Mzbel is being given the supposed fiancé or the girlfriend.
If Zion is a man of principle, he should rather think through this thing. Because if, let's say, you put a young lady through that stress, and I'm pretty sure that Mzbel play a certain role in the Zion Felix Mina relationship, because this is a godmother in question. So she obviously advised that, okay, you can accept Zion Felix no matter what, and blah 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 blah. But for now, I think that Zion should work on their relationship. If it becomes sour, if the two of them are not together, who cares? It's nobody's business. After all, Mzbel is going around doing her own thing. Zion is also doing her own thing. The only person in question now is Mina. How she should take the whole thing. For now, the lady has apologized that, okay, I shouldn't have said that in public. So be it. Zion shouldn't take it that, oh, you were advising my woman to leave me. No, any sensible person would have advised a friend, a sister, a daughter to do same, because this is a young lady who was going through. In Africa or in Ghana, for instance, we think that when somebody is going through all this emotional trauma, the person should be there, face it, and survive it. Not everybody can take that bullet. People will break at the end of the day. But let's also not forget that Mina could also be there on the fence and trying to plan some revenge. Because she will be there and say, okay, fine, all that I have gone through, I'm trying to face everything. When we get to the altar, and after the altar, I will show you Pepe. And people do that.
It happens. It happens. All right, thank you very much. That is Young Barrister. Now, not at to set a war, and this is where we will need psychologists, intellectual people to also help us to dissolve this very matter. So this comment section is reserved for you. The lives of my godmother, same way. Dr. Anita, we need you here. Just drop it over there and let's see how it goes. And we move on to the next topic. We want to switch from Mzbel, Mina, Zion Felix, blah 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 blah. Let's go straight to the camps of Ovi. And then she is saying that she nearly ran mad. after her contract was terminated. There is a video back into it. Let's watch the video. When we come back, we will do more here.
Me safi family team mako jina security ho. My former boss and me safi family team mako jina security ho. My former boss comes to my body say Ovi, you dey okay? I say no, Alhaji, something is wrong with me.
Whenever you say you drink,
no, nothing. I was sober.
No be edibles.
Nothing. Giovanni, you know me, I know they take those things.
Code, amnesia.
I take those things. I mean, you know, the beard, you know.
Of course.
And
the money crop.
You get. All of a sudden, I just want J my body. Says, I mean, who moon the card, and the moon won't disappear on me. Then they act funny. I say, bloggers they are around. Few colleagues, artists they are around. Some of them say they laugh. Just say me.
Movie.
This thing I tell you and be serious. So then I come my sister where I started talk some things where she say nah.
Where are you?
Where are you? So she just hung up and then she called the caretaker in our house where I rented at Medina. So I mean everybody actually stopped the show like I'm not gonna mention his name, but the artist himself just shone the show where he come carry me, then puts me for Uber inside where he carry me come house. Them carry me come house. And then he called my friend. This is my friend. And then called my sister again to come for me. I don't. She said, almost see me shout you, and I don't know. I was shouting, and I
don't remember any of this.
The funny thing we say, you go remember, but you actually don't get control. You see, I remember everything. Like I not go even tell you the story. You see, so it was a lot. It started from 2020 when after I exited the label and everything. But I mean, my friends and everybody didn't think something was actually wrong with me. They felt I was just being dramatic. I was just acting funny and all of those things. To that day, then carry me go my godfather in there, then get like a sanatorium. I was confined for 2 weeks.
They go anywhere. You don't have access to your phone. Nothing.
No social media. Me kind of off air.
No. People. People for listen this thing. No, people for hear this things from yourself.
Giovanni, I was in.
Ovi, you for me they understand what you go through.
Giovanni,
a lot of us felt.
Funny enough, we all know that they don't really care. People don't care.
True.
So, if you are the one tell you this story, you get. But it was hard for me. It was very hard for me. And they read meanings into things where they need some things that they feel say people paranoia. People want hurt me. Everybody around me want hurt me.
They hallucinate too and all.
Oh, of course. And they see big snakes. Then they wait.
So was there a spiritual twist to this? Did anybody give you a proper closure?
Some of it.
Yeah, so somebody what then tell you say this be what and what you go through. Somebody
some
carry,
of it, but say this one on our industry. Yeah, we know. I don't go feel. We all we know.
No, so then what exactly did they say was the cause? Because I'm trying to understand.
Me, my godfather, I know go tell you say this.
Okay, so this is what Ovi is saying, where she had the interview section with Caleb Giovanni, and it's good that this very topic in the shots with me I have in the house, young barrister, who is very, very closer to the Bernitan movement, Bernitan music group, because Stonebwoy is there, and I know when I talk about Stonebwoy is there, young barrister and Stonebwoy there. Nice, bruh. Let's go straight. Is it that it wasn't her time to just part ways with the Bernitan music group? That is why she ended up this way. That's nearly going mad, because with how she's saying everything, it felt like it was beyond expectation. She wasn't expecting a time like that to come.
I'm finding it very difficult to understand where she's coming from and the point she wants to make. This is a young lady that I personally, contributed to her joining that label. Not that I took her there, not that I play any significant role, but I supported her as an artist. Like I quite remember the first time that I put her on our Fight on Jeans was in 2018 when nobody knew her, and in 2019 when she contested for Hitmaker, had a lot of people going there to support her.
Yeah.
In fact, I was even injured. I had the sky still on my leg. I was bleeding still. I went there all the way from Volta region that very day to go support her. And funny enough, there was a lady who was also contesting and used to chat me online, and I didn't know that she was also contesting. I went to the venue before I realized that she was also there, and she happens to be a Beam fan as well.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, you could have just prompted me, like, oh, we would have supported you. Why do you allow us to even give all the fun to Ovi?
Ovi like that.
And she said, oh, cool. That lady is now backing in the Beam band. And I'm referring to Ayeye.
Okay.
She was also there. She was a very good vocalist at the time, at the Hitmaker. Then Ovi came on board. We supported. We were all calling for like the best for Ovi. And she joined the brand, and we're like, yo, now finally the lady is here, and we're so happy. And then this in-house issue came up, and I was like, I had an info that the lady was given an option either to stay or to move with Black that belongs to
Black City.
Now she's saying that her former boss, from the video she made the reference that her former boss, she was given an option either to stay with Stone or to move. That's what I heard.
Okay.
So what shocked her? What is a surprise now that when you were given an option, stay or move, and you decided to move? So where is the shock?
Okay.
What is the depression now?
Is it that she didn't get the good guide in making a decision?
Maybe she was a novice at the time. She felt that the new label that she was going to join would help, and that is what. If probably she should tell us that the shock actually started from Black Arm when she realized that with the absence of Stone, or Stone not being in the picture, it is not going to work for her. Then it will be brilliant. That okay, I thought joining the Black Arm, I will make hits, I will be there and all over the place like the way when I was with Bennington Music Group. But I realized that Stone not being in the picture, then we can make a connection. But if you tell us that when your contract was not terminated, I don't hear that. In fact, when the presser came out that they were releasing Kevin Boy, Ovi was not part. Ovi was not part. It was Kevin Boy that was laid off, and later we realized that he was moving with Kevin Boy. Anytime Kevin Boy is somewhere,
you'll find definitely her
and
around.
Anybody, any business mind, any person who thinks ahead would always think that way, that okay, fine, so if I have laid somebody off from my workplace and you happen to be in the same workplace and you are moving with a person elsewhere doing your own thing, then it means you want to join the person. So I think Stone and his team also lay back a bit to watch her, and when they realized that the lady cannot stay, then I think officially they decided to say, okay, fine, since you cannot stay now, you need to move. And don't forget that one of the people who brought her on board was Aisha Modi, who said personally that she took her to Stone's house to do all those connections. So if the contract was being terminated, I'm sure she would have even spoken to Aisha to do something about it so that they can reconsider the terminations. But she didn't care. She allowed everything to happen, and now she's telling us that she should probably tell us maybe she took some drug or something that didn't work on well. If she says that, then we can say, okay, fine, then you took the wrong drug. You get it? So telling us that you nearly went naked, come on. We are not kids.
Okay.
We are not kids.
All right. So you mean there are more to it?
I'm sure there should be more to the whole thing, because she's a talent. She had been, and she even said that the whole thing started in 2020. You went off from 2019, 2019 and 2020, a year on, and he went off. And sometimes she comes to post a picture, she leaves 3 months, 4 months, she comes to post, really, like the on and off was just too much. And some of us knew the lady was going through hell. she was going through help, and I'm sure she didn't have any problem with Stone.
Okay.
If she felt like Benetton Music Group is what she needed to elevate her craft, nothing stopped her from doing that because she was loved so much. But for now, I think the harm has been caused already, and she probably should be. You know, this is the time she has to even apologize to Stone and the team, and then applaud them, because she's one of the ladies who just came and boom into the industry.
Elevated like that.
Yeah, to be saying that the parting way and the termination of blah 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 nearly caused her to derail mentally is a wrong thing. Maybe she took the wrong drug.
All right, let's go to Chemo. Chemo, take it from there. Maybe she took the wrong drug. Chemo, take it from there.
Yeah, I don't get the angle that she's coming from.
Okay.
I mean, at what point and what triggered it? I think she didn't help herself explaining that one. I mean, after just that, there's a way that she's trying to connect exiting the Benetton to what happened to her. I mean, she's trying to do that, but her explanation makes it look not so credible. Because I think from what we have heard or the release that came out at that time, the Benetton music didn't sack her. So what is the shock that will make you go insane or go depressed and all that? Like, what really happened? What was she doing after exiting Benetton music? That's what she should tell us, so that we can situate it well, like what really happened and why you went that way. And it could be anything at all, including including taking wrong substance. So she's not helping herself and she's not helping the public as well. I mean, she can share her story, her experience for people to learn from it, or she can just keep quiet. If she say it the way she is saying it now, I don't think it will help her. I mean, most people will conclude that maybe you took wrong substance and it ended up in that way. So I think next time she should be clear whether the effect was because she left the label, or after she left the label she didn't get good guidance. I mean, she can say that, okay, I think the label, leaving the label affected me and this is the way. Maybe after that the people that I associated with didn't help me, I didn't get good advice, I started taking some substances that didn't help or something like.
So I say club beer pen or no beer and anka
yeah, but the thing is that club beer is not good for certain people. And over to me after club beer and it will end you somewhere that you don't like.
That this one pan.
I was so specific. I said certain people.
Okay.
I know somebody I work.
Okay. So no club beer.
Or so or no monsan like or generalizing and I will put club beer in it.
Okay.
Or so no or so or no monsan he goes mad. That's why he said.
It me.
Or so or no onim or yet they are on beso benum bi ba that boys ebe ya or di be kana no. That's something else.
It's happened to me before.
Yes, so it's not everybody that can take that, and that's why I'm saying maybe. And she's giving room for us to do that kind of speculation, and it will not help her. She should come clear whether leaving the shock that she got after exiting the record label caused that depression that she's talking about, or after leaving the label her lifestyle caused her, and now she can connect it to it that, okay, when I was under the label I wasn't doing certain things, but when I left I started misbehaving or doing certain things that I think affected me.
But Chemo, don't you think as a young lady, upcoming young lady like this, and first of all your first hit comes up with a label or record label like this, like Stonebwoy is being under Stonebwoy, and all of a sudden you just drop from the top there to the down there, boom.
Of course, obviously it will affect you. But the point is that how did she leave? Was it by voluntary, like on one can say I can't do it anymore, I want to go, or this the label sacked her, and can we connect that because of that? That's why she began to go down, or she started doing certain things. I man, they say one church remove. It's like a whole lot of things that you can't just connect and know where it started from.
Okay.
Whether after editing the record label or after joining other group or certain advice that she got from somewhere, or after not getting any hit anymore, and the one hit that she had, she wasn't performing or going, like it will affect you obviously. But what triggered it? Where did it start? That's what we want to know.
Okay, now when Young Barrister was saying was doing the submission, he made mention that she was given the option, either you stay or you move. But at some point, critically, when you are analyzing situations like this, leaving, it's very, very painful. Staying is very, very hurtful. I don't know if you get these two things.
No, I don't really get it. It's as simple as that. You can stay and work because you want to work with them.
You can stay, work, and not be happy.
Of course. So if you think you will not be happy working with them, you leave. So what is the pain in leaving? If you think you can't work with them and you want to go.
Okay, all right.
So I think it's a black and white decision.
Okay.
You can stay work with them, be happy, or you think you can't be happy working with them, so you leave. And when you leave, two things can happen. You can be successful or it will not go well. Like Mzbel advising Mina, it can be successful or it cannot go well. So you just take one of them. Okay. And in her case, she left. And I'm sure that somebody advised her, but in her case, she left and it didn't go well for her. So she could have also stayed and then she will not have any issue, or it may also not go well with her. So I think she took a bad decision in this case because we know the results, and then it didn't go well for her. So I don't know why. If she really wants to help people to learn from it, she should be clear and stop like putting it in a way that we can connect, unless we just speculate or say connect it for her. If she wants us to connect it for her, we will say that maybe she took a bad substance.
Okay, she took the wrong drug. She took the bad substance. Let's listen to Nana Ringa. Honestly,
I think this is very, very simple, and I am not surprised she nearly went mad. I am not, because Benetton music holding you down, putting you up, at some point opening shows and the kind of opportunities that comes with it. It is not easy to lose such an opportunity and still, have your normal life or your normal day, knowing very well how challenging and difficult it is for an emerging or up and coming artist in our industry, especially if you're a young lady. Going into the hands of Benetton Music, which is led by Stonebwoy, protects you, Ovi. It protects you. It shields you from all the predators and the vampires that want to suck your blood before they will help you and all of that. You understand?
Yeah.
Now you have left there, so you've missed that opportunity. You're in the midst of hyenas and lions and
hungry jackass.
Yeah, you understand? So you just thinking about the kind of opportunities you miss you can run mad. So I am not surprised she is saying all of these things. I will not really relate it to any bad substance or wrong drug or anything. If she is even doing that, she could have still stayed at Benetton Music and still take that wrong substance. Exactly. So the point is that it is basically because she lost that huge opportunity that comes with working with Benetton Music, and she realized that very, very late. Her decision to leave the camp was out of influence of maybe those who were leaving the camp.
Okay.
And at that point, if one is intelligent, that is how you can be influenced.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, continue. I'm gonna have papa be an here. Yeah, waiting me boy. Bet me a boy. Okay, boy. I'm a who you say a boy.
I get it.
What is the American answer? So if they are leaving, if you don't take and you communicate with them, day in day out, morning, afternoon, evening, you are communicating. You are talking to. Yes, they will inject you with all the poisonous substance that will influence your decision. That no. If you stay, you will lose big because we are going because this is the light. This is what made Stonebwoy. We made Stonebwoy. So if we are leaving and you want to stay, you have a lot to lose. Come with us
and come and make it.
So if you follow them and you realize that no, all the things that they were saying, it is not real. It is not there. They are not doing the thing. Some of them, and you see, the more they talk to you, you'll be raising your expectations very high. So if you go there and nothing is happening, the shock from your disappointment can let you run mad. Because that at that time when you realize that I should have stayed, that door is already shut. It is closed.
Especially when you
see power up, I will shut it door.
Especially when you see say
you understand?
No,
you get it. So when you were walking out, maybe you shut the door and you did not even shut it home. You shut it bang. So now you are left in the middle. You can't go forward, you can't go back. And that is where the mental health issues starts. That is where it starts. But I'm saying now, that was the starting point. At that time, you just be asking yourself, so where do I go from here? Should I still follow these people or should I go back and apologize? And I've been saying this for people like that to come out and admit and make the public understand that they erred, they have wronged, so they are sorry. It is not an easy decision to make. It is not a joke. So she might not even find reasons or the need to even come out and say, "Oh, Stonebwoy, I am sorry. Please accept me as the prodigal OV and help me. The people lied to me and I didn't see all the things that they said they were going to do for me. I was influenced. I was blah." Just she'll be saying something, but if you don't gather that courage to do that thing, at that point you are left with you and yourself only, because you'll be thinking.
Okay, so
you'll be having a whole lot of things in your mind. You'll be battling with a whole lot of things, and that is where if you don't take care, and along the line, you are also taking the beer and the other things,
and seeing the moon,
and seeing the moon,
and the moon is seeing you.
You understand?
And you are
just me like that. Me personally, sometimes when I take beer and stuff like that, I become very vulnerable. Like if somebody wants to,
rape you, you can just give yourself out like that.
If people are not there, that's why normally I like to work with you on
because anytime we can protect you.
Anytime I'm protected,
so that no one will rape you.
Don't use that one.
Yes, exactly. So that somebody will be treat me condemn.
Is it okay like that?
When person will be treat me condemn, they tell me I'm in more Sammy flex more.
Okay.
When you people are around, I can take the beer. But when I'm alone, in the midst of hungry life, I don't take that.
Okay, I see. Now you were making a point that at the point she should have at least seeked, some time to go to the Stonebwoy's camp and then do some apologies and stuff. They may agree to or accept to the apology, but not take you back. But later on, when this black city or black arm people also get to realize that okay, you went ahead to the camp of Stonebwoy, black, I don't know, selling me out or something like that, or selling us out. How do you think she is going to feel that now they are aware Stonebwoy didn't take you? And there's anyway.
No, at that point like you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. The person is exactly. You have lost with them. You get it.
That's why.
So you just go back and save yourself. If you want to survive, just go and do the apology and see whether they will take you or they will not take you. Even if Stonebwoy accepts that apology and decide not to help you, I mean, there are other doors around Stonebwoy that can, like, for instance, young barrister can have the motivation and the reason to even put you on white on jeans again. You understand? You get where I'm coming from? So like, to be left in the middle there, you are likely to go to run mad.
Okay. Let me add. I think when her leaving or departure came into the media and stuff, I think Stone also mentioned that she was not sad. Her contract ended, and that was why she was released, because they were dealing with some internal issues. And he stated that if Ovi herself wants something, the doors are open. She can come, because they had no problem with Ovi. There was no, so she decided to leave, and she has herself to blame now. And then let me just add up that no mentally fixed person will know. Like, I'm going to use the example she was using, that she was going mad. She was how why will you tell me this story? Somebody way mad. Somebody way mentally she wasn't mad at that moment. She was on the bench. How? Why are you telling me that? How? Your mental health will not be intact, but you know say they go mad.
You know say this. No, now they see the moon.
Now they see the moon.
The moon they see. Now
they know say right now they go mad and they go naked. Like this professional madness is good.
All right, so away from OV story, let's do our last and final story, which we find it very interesting. We started this thing from Monday, Tuesday, and today we are still doing it. Shatta and Bulldog's issue. It's been so long, and I realized Chemo is feeling very, very disappointed with however the whole thing is going now. Andra, we discuss Bulldog, ne post on your Facebook, or say you are frustrated, bro, and going through a lot right now. I understand where you are mentally, and I feel sorry for you. Money can't save you in this state. I am praying for you. I've never fought you back and won't start, especially now. It is unfair to kick a man when he's down. Sending you love and light, bro. This is what Bulldog posted here on Facebook in reply to what Shatta Wale ebeye some time ago. Now Shatta FR phone and pay. I think send you and pay still off our phone. And no video be a reply is a frustration word we are Bulldog e use ho. You interest our video no. You be twice baby asem na kusi no. It just relax. You interest our video. You be see.
Bulldog no fit show me nothing. You know go fit show me nothing. Bring horse, I go bring my tortoise. On God me I promise. You go be there, yawa. You see the way I distance. Bulldog no fit show me nothing. You know go fit show me nothing. Bring horse, I go bring my tortoise. On God me I promise. You go be there, yawa. You see the way I distance. You see my back. And from my house, my back, they look like I stand California. A boy. You did your family house. There they born you for. Where you did there, you tell me say you no go free rent. I give you money. How much? Me I get $50,000 before I give you Bulldog this. I give you 1, 2, 3, $30,000. Can't they did there? You can't want talk like you be big man. You're not a big man. Come up for there, your mother. If you say what, or if you say Bulldog, you don't say me if you do I go disrespect you. I don't even mind because me and you get problem already. When we try to solve this problem, but you are not sensible. You are not smart enough. If you and me day where they call me, where I need to pick my call. If you and me day where they call when I pick my call, and me say if I go sit to TV and the top people say, you know they work with me anymore. Are we enemies? Do you have to even go and say that on for what he go give you? What you go at this your age? At this your age? Or what you want get where you don't want where you don't get in life? So if make you frustrated, as I get I mean they pay you say so you want to talk to somebody be frustrated. Somebody be frustrated. You what you get? What you work hard where you get? That time you meet me, they make money. Me I make the same money. Come on for there.
Okay, so final word. Come on for there from Shatta Wale to Bulldog. Now, Bulldog a reply Sadi way. And I was Charles Nyama Mensa. Insulting me won't make you top chart around the world. It will not earn you a headline spot or event as well. Your album will kindly release. Okay, your album will kindly release its for your own fulfillment and our enjoyment. Since you are afraid to release the album, let me share a partial track list to our SM fans. 1. Shatta Wale featuring John Legend, collaboration enabled by our handler in the USA, Leslie of Fantasy Entertainment. 2. Shatta Wale featuring Popcorn, collaboration enabled by the Godfather and brand manager Deportee. Number 3, Shatta Wale featuring Vibes Cartel. Number 4, Shatta Wale featuring Naira Marley. Number 5, Shatta Wale featuring Steph London. We have all these tracks on the album. Let's not keep the fans waiting, please. 2022 is ending soon, oh, boss man. I'll say, we are not this show. I'm say advisement. Please call Baba Sadiq now. Humble yourself before him. Plead with him to lead you to the black hole and beg for a collabo. That's the only collaboration the world will love to hear on GOG album. Imagine Shatta Wale plus Blacko. It's going to be fire. Deportee advised you about Blacko some years back. You nearly killed him. You see him now. You are wrestling against time, and no man has ever won that battle. You have lost already. Time has beaten you. I am at a family house and improperly dressed in my cheap jalabia. Come beat me with some laughing emojis. Love always brought with some hearts. Emoji for life is for life. Hashtag depend on God. Hashtag Sika Insura Adom Asida. Good. We any do here. Shatta didn't take it lightly and then went ahead. Also posted, Bulldog, since you are bringing out secrets, you will tell Ghanaians what happened to Phoenix murder. And I am not joking about this time. I am ready to tell the court about what you told me about you and your men and how planned that foolish act. Get ready. This Ekufuado won't give you a murder chance to be on our streets. Watch how this ends. You can't fight time. This is what also Shatta Wale posted on Facebook. You better pick if you want now. The Richie Amayaya was said the police, Ghana police has released press on this very case. It's the start if you baby yeah, okay. This is the press now. Our police for no at the two now. We if a police station or say the police statement on Shatta Wale's tweet regarding the late Phoenix Archery. 1. The attention of Ghana Police Service has been drawn to a tweet by Charles Nyama Mensah Jr., popularly known as Shatta Wale, regarding the death of artist manager Phoenix Archery. That is 2. The police have made contact with Shatta Wale, who is cooperating with us on the matter. 3. The police would like to put on record that the recently established cold case unit has been working for months on all unresolved murder cases, including that of Phoenix Archeries, with support from the affected families. 4. The new development of Shatta Wale is therefore going to complement our ongoing investigation. 5. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the families who have been working with the cold case units since the establishment for the cooperation and an understanding. 6. We wish to assure the public that the police will continue to work relentlessly on these cases in order to bring closure to the affected families. Grace Ansa Akrofi, Chief Superintendent of Police, Director, Public Affairs. Chamo.
Yeah.
You cool? You cool?
Yeah, of course.
The statistic may be.
And I think I predicted it that until Bulldog will stop, it won't stop. Because anytime that he comes out, Shatta will reply. And I'm not surprised that we have now at where we are now. And then again, the police release. I mean, obviously they are doing their work, so they will release something. And one thing is, I'm happy about one thing about their release. They said that they have contacted Shatta Wale. They didn't invite him. They contacted him, and now he is cooperating with them. I think that's how professional a police can be. And contacting him could be going to his house, calling him, or telling him when he gets time he should come. Because when there's a case like this, and somebody volunteers to give you what can make you prosecute the case or even take the case to court, you also extend the courtesy to any witness that you have to cooperate with you so that you can do it. If they don't use the word cooperate, it will be a bogus thing for them to do, because a volunteer can decide not to cooperate anymore. So I like the way the police are talking. Even their tone shows that they want somebody to cooperate with them, so that they can get a better case. So it's okay. Let's see how it will end or how it will go after the cooperation.
Okay.
And then the whole issues getting to this point, I mean, it's sad. We shouldn't be here by now.
I wish you can just hold your horse on this very whole issues.
Okay.
I want us to go back, visit the police and then the Shatta before.
Okay.
Now, Shatta cooperating, and then you are saying voluntarily.
Yeah.
If
he said it, so he's a volunteer.
So when it happens like that, the police can't come against them. I mean, come against Shatta Wale for coming out to be like, okay, I want to say something. Now, there's nothing like any offense around that area.
Not at all, unless there's another law that is coming or we don't know. People can, when they are volunteer witness, they can do that. But
I mean, when they say, I say, who is still time, only a dear groupie, because I feel the way. Oh, met my
and untina, almost use the word cooperate. That's why they use that word cooperate with us. He is cooperating with them. Yes, because say before so Rebecca said menya no ebiana BBS. If something happens and he's that the way you guys are doing, no, I can't do it anymore. Because there's this thing. He can even say that I don't have transportation to come to where you want me to come. Then the police will say, oh, no problem, you bring you a car. The police has to go there with the car and then take him wherever they are taking him to. So that's the cooperation bit. There's another way, like police can invite you. When it's an invite, it's the same thing. If he doesn't cooperate, he can say, I won't come for the invite. Then the next step will be they can go for court order. The police can go for court order and then force him to come. But when you do that, you risk him telling you what can make you have a good case. Because he can come to the court order by force through the law and then come and say, oh yeah, this is what happened. But the thing that he will say, he can't help you to prosecute the person.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, yes, I sat with him in the scenario. Oh, I sat with him. He told me that he had some boys who were, they were drunk. He wanted them to do something, but they couldn't do it. And he was saying, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know how it ended. But me, I suspect that because of what he told me, maybe he
has something to do with the murder case.
So when he says something like that, how is it going
at least it will lead them to the next step or something.
And that next step is what?
Maybe like you're saying, for example, he sat with me, he told me he and his boys they got drunk, then they did this, they did that. It will lead the police to get to that boys.
That boys, he never mentioned their name or identity. So he said that he told him his boys. He doesn't really know the other boys.
Okay, so Bulldog will come inside in this case.
And then Bulldog will come inside and say, he's lying, I didn't tell him anything. You see, it makes it so complicated, but it's good that now, according to the police, Shatta is cooperating with them. That's good. And professionally, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. So let's see what will come out of the cooperation. Okay. That's where, if they have to go to court, then they will decide if they think that maybe what he's saying is not good enough for them to proceed. They will still come out and say it based on their judgment. Okay. And they can also decide that let's go with what Shatta has told us and let's see what will happen. So it's good that now the police wants to take that step. So let's see how it will end.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So and then with the police and the Shatta thing.
Yes. And with the banter that is going on, I mean, I've said it again. If it will stop, the person who can make it stop will be Bulldog. Bulldog is trying to play like, I'm not fighting you, I'm just saying this, and then let love lead, but no a punch back. Let love no a punch back. So he's not in fact, he doesn't want it to stop. He's doing his thing, but in a way that will portray him as maybe or no aggressive type. But we have partial aggression, and that's what he's using. He's partially aggressive, and that way is when you say that you are frustrated. You released. You are afraid of your song hitting, the GOG hitting. This is the people that you have done collaborations with. It's not Shatta's wish that it will come out. So if you review them, that's why I'm now thinking that's why he has also come out that, okay, if you have reviewed my secret, then I'll also review yours. And how would this thing end?
Me honestly, when I saw the Bulldog releasing this I felt like no, then it could be some kind of public stance.
Maybe they want to hype the
hype the GOG song. Way be like, but when Shatta released this one, that's okay. Then Fennec blah blah blah, blah, okay, then it's getting serious.
So it's like, okay, you have done one to me too, I'll do one to you, and all that. And I think it will not help anybody. Last time I said that, well, I think Bulldog is not backing out, just that he's using a strategy that makes him look like, oh, he's not the aggressive one. So me, at this point, I will advise Shatta not to also continue it.
I mean, he's got into the police issue coming inside.
Yes, now he will cooperate with the police. So let's see how it will go. But I'm talking about his banter with the Bulldog. I think he can also end it. I mean, when he says something and you don't respond, it may end, or he may come out in a different way. But someone has to stop. I mean, if it will cease based on the pattern, then Bulldog can make it stop. But if he is not making it stop, Shatta can stop it and Bulldog will continue. Because Bulldog, the way he is doing it, I don't see him stopping. He will just try and jab small in his own way and hope that Shatta will respond so that he can continue. So me, I will advise Shatta not to mind him again.
After this police case, everything, if everything should cease now, in the near future, can Bulldog sue Shatta for defamation?
Oh, well, that's another case. That is when it goes to court. Or now Bulldog decide that the way you say things, I think is defamatory. I want to pursue it. Why not? He can talk to his lawyers and then they also take it from there.
And Shatta can also sue Bulldog for releasing that kind of the lineup, because he's not ready. It's his intellectual property and it's not ready to come out. Can you sue him for bringing it out?
It's but because the way the court works, it's really difficult to prove some of these things, like get evidence or get even cost of damage. In fact, yes, you can sue him and they say, yes, you have won the case, but we can't give you anything because there's no damage. So the best that you can get is that he should apologize. Sometimes it will go through the court system and the judge will say that you just apologize and you are
after the TNT
and all. Yes, so court case is not a joke. And proving that you need, like, they have to reward you something. In fact, let me tell you this one. Asamoah and then the journalist issue. You remember that after the journalist asked a certain question and somebody slapped him and all that. You see, when they went to court, when they took the matter to court, the lawyers advised him that the conviction that you get, the slap they were boy you, you finding na you famang a court no dia. Like if there's anything in it, the court will take the money.
Why?
But you, because the case was the state against any partner or committed crime. Say what bow assume, any senko bow assume. Into a crime, a criminal case, and a diaba. Into say ye judgea fine beer the man and I chinituma court on the befa sikano and I be a bebem. Intino. Say court no we are now walk court no ako plead say. O said the boy masumuno.
I come into mam kakra.
Masum ya.
Madada.
Intino. Mama mi kakra na bibi. Then the court will agree with you based on argument or the evidence. So because of that, what did the guy do? Out of court settlement. Omo frere kra wa ma e man ko fu bi dwe. Enti so obekọ ama court akoji scan dey. Ojigu ni boto. he took the money, and some people were really angry. In fact, they even sacked him from his job. Now, Oye Jumama Graphic, the head of graphic, sacked him. So taking things to court, like taking case to court, you have to think about it again. It's not that easy the way sometimes you see it and how it goes. So let's see how the whole thing will go.
All right, thank you very much. Shemo has done enough already. So let's move on to young barrister. Let's listen to his thoughts on this whole thing.
Shatta Bulldog.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised when they first fell out. I think in 2014 and stuff, they came back when Bulldog was assigned to Xylophone as the artist manager, and then Shatta came on board, and then they had to start working again. So for me, I was expecting this fallout. I was expecting it because of what happened previously before they came back, and the back and forth. I don't know who started it. Is it Bulldog or Shatta? Bulldog. I think when he made mention of the album. Yeah, I think it started from when he said that Black Coast's album was going to do better than Wale's
and the
God of Gift of God album, and then stuff like that. I think the two of them are acting as if they are Ghanaian drivers without traffic. You see, the only thing that controls our drivers on the road is the traffic. So when there's no traffic, you realize that everybody is driving anyhow, and that is what is happening. There's no traffic in their lives, so they are all misbehaving. Wale says this, Bulldog says that, and these are two adults that you would have expected them to act maturely. Looking at how they have been in the industry for long, people have been looking up to them. Wale is a big artist, he's a great guy, people look up to. Same with Bull House Entertainment owner, Bulldog, who has also done some award scheme in the country. So he has been there for long. So one would have expected him to be very, very decorum when dealing with some of these situations, especially with a former worker like Wale. Yeah, you know Wale very well that if you attack, he's going to attack you in several ways. So for me, it's below the belt watching the two of them misbehave in the public domain this way. And look at where the thing has gotten to. This is a serious case that some of us are saying that the police needs to be involved.
To be part,
and I'm glad that the Ghana police has released a statement to that effect that they have contacted Wale and he's cooperating. This is law. Wale himself has incriminated himself. First of all, he has incriminated himself. Now, the 1960 Criminal Code, the section 25 of it, says that when somebody harbor a criminal, conceal or do, like, you are aware that person has committed based on the information at hand, and you conceal the person, you can't be charged for misdemeanor. And Wale himself is an accomplice to the case, because this is a case that happened in 2014. Yeah, 2014, and November 2nd, 2015, Wale came out publicly when he had a problem with Bulldog in Sweden. He came out and accused him that Bulldog threatened to kill him like he did to the other guy, and the other guy in the question is Felix.
Yes. Even though he didn't mention him.
Yeah, he didn't mention him. And the person that at the time Bulldog was a prime suspect of the death of Felix.
Yeah.
And he was in court at the time. He was arrested, put in cell for some times, and then he was going to court. And you came out 2015 and stated that he knew something about it. Back again, we are in 2022, 2nd November.
Oh. Facts.
2nd November, 2015, 2nd November, you made the same allegation. 2022, 2nd November, you come out publicly again, and this time around, he made it so worse that he's saying that he's ready, ever ready to even testify before the court of law.
Yeah.
What do you know that the is not aware? What do you know that the investigation team is not aware of? What are those facts that you know? So obviously, the police and the code unit need to be interested in this case because this is a criminal case. You said that the police statement even states that this is going to complement their investigation, which means they are going to reopen and visit the same case. And whatever he has said, whatever Wale has said that Bulldog told him about the death of that young guy who was actually murdered. He didn't die, he was murdered by some unknown assailant that till today the police is unable to identify them. So what are those things that Wale had told his former manager? And this is a manager. This is an artist who has worked with his manager not once but twice. So Bulldog should also take a key interest in this case. And if he's so sensible, if he's somebody who knows the in and out of our criminal law, he needs to take Shatta on. First of all, his lawyers need to come on board and charge or sue Wale for defamatory. Because if he doesn't do it, he's going to complicate the whole issue because now the investigation team, don't forget that this case is a murder case, and I think the state versus Bulldog. Yeah. Not Bulldog. Okay. Yes, Bulldog. I know him as a bulldog, so let him be the dog. Okay. A dog cannot be a god. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll stay with that. So he's a prime suspect of the case. Wale himself has harbored that information since 2014, which made him a suspect to the case. Because even in our laws, if you don't know, you conceal a detail or information from the public or the police, you become a suspect. Because if I went to steal something and I'm hiding in your room, even though you are not the one who, you can also be charged. You'll be questioned. Yes, it's true. For offense. So Wale has incriminated himself. The courts and the law of our land need to deal with him. But what I'm saying now is that Bulldog need to be very, very careful with this case. First of all, sue Wale for defamatory because this is somebody who is putting a public statement and he's even ready to testify before the court of law that whatever you told him was nothing but the truth. Was nothing but the truth. So I am interested in this case very well, how the court is going to deal with it, how the lawyers of the late Fenwick Autry is going to deal with, how Kwao himself is going to deal with. Because in 2015 when Wale made that statement, he came out and said that the police should invite Wale and Bulldog. Nothing happened. 2022 we are here. I think 7 years later we are here again, the same November, and he is also calling the police, and I'm happy the police has put a statement. This case should not be taken lightly because the young guy deserves some justice.
Yeah, I like that. Very, very brief and then simple as that. Let's move on to Nana Reagan. Let's listen to his final submission on this one and then wrap up.
Yeah, before I will come to the banter between Bulldog and Shatta Wale and then the police release, I want to speak to Shatta Wale. And I want to speak French because
should I say it for you?
Help me. How do you say to come with the name in French?
L'argent n'aime pas les bruits.
L'argent n'aime pas les bruits.
Allez,
Qu'est-ce que Wale
l'argent n'est pas les bruits.
They disappoint me. Yeah. Disappointed me. But on a more serious note,
Monsieur, you see your son, you see your student, what he's doing on TV. To I swear. But I don't know if you guys ever realize it. French teachers, normally one of the only aggressive. Take me along with. Hey, I don't know if you guys realize more school now. Okay, let's go back.
On a more serious note, Wale is disappointing me personally. Yeah, he's disappointing me. I'm not saying he shouldn't fight back or he shouldn't, but I still feel within me that, you see, whatever that is going on, Wale has a lot to lose.
Wale?
Yes. He has so much to lose as compared to Bulldog. And that is my pain. I wish he would have applied his beef strategies correctly, that he wouldn't have come to this extent where now he's even incriminating himself to the point where police has to release a statement to contact him, and he will be cooperating with Ghana police. Chemo was saying that police contacting him and cooperating means the police are doing the right thing. And he mentioned what that means, which is very, very true. But I also want to add that also police contacting you could also mean that Shatta Wale was called and he went there. Maybe they will just not state it in their statement that we invited him.
Yeah.
Because even here at Sammy Flex TV, I can contact anybody, maybe a person at Links Entertainment, and they would want to send a rep to this place so that I talk to the person. You understand?
I get it.
So not putting the word invite in their statements doesn't mean anything. Well, to me, it doesn't mean anything. To what you want to conclude on, that's the point I'm making. Exactly, and I'm saying that Wale can also go to the police station. Exactly.
That's
but
why they use contact, because the police can go
there,
if it was
and
invite,
and he can also go.
Shatta should have to come to the police station.
And if they say
contact,
it means the police may even
go and Shatta can also go there.
Yes. So they entitled.
You left that one out. That's why I was adding that.
Invite, they are two different things.
I get that. I agree with you on that. But when you were explaining, you left out Shatta also going there. That's why I'm adding it to it.
That he went there. That's why
exactly.
The operation is also there.
It's not an offense
if you go there, not at all, not at all.
Yes, but it's different from police contacting you.
But I'm saying that it's also not an offense
if you even go there.
Invite you now, it's one person going somewhere.
Yes.
When they contact you,
they
can
both
come
can go. You can also go. They can
not,
also come. It
so
ends there. I was only just trying to add that point. That he can also go there. The thing is that I wish Shatta would not have gotten to this point.
We all.
I just wish, because personally again I feel that he has so much to lose. Bulldog at this point, just close your eyes and ask yourself, like, okay, with everything that is going on, what has he got to lose? With this late Fennec Orchard's issue, I think I don't think they have closed the police statement clearly stated that.
No, they haven't.
Investigations were still going on, and Shatta's post complements whatever investigations that they are doing. Now, when Shatta was in court for the prophecy thing, some of us were all worried about how they were wasting his time, and man has a lot to do. He has to travel and go and play show. He has businesses to attend to, and he was running here and there with lawyers and courts and all of that. And now you are out of that, and you still want to put yourself in such situations again. Now, if the police opens the case in court, and because you are cooperating, what it also means is that now they will be needing you around for you to come and testify to what some of whatever investigations that they have done, and that is equally going to waste. If you don't take care, it might even frustrate you. Depending on how they will go with some of these cases. I wish Wale would have applied. I know I've known him to be very tactical when it comes to beef, when to do what, when to release what, when to but I think he has missed it for me with his issues with Bulldog at this time, when he has released Cash Out. And some of us are even expecting, him to be announcing other important businesses and other important things. Now, if Wale doesn't take care, he has to be doing business with the police instead of doing business with his business clients, his people that he can cash out from them, and he has to be doing certain interrogations and communications with Ghana police because of late Felix murder case.
So, in this case, if it should end, is there a reward Shatta is going to receive? That is the question I want to ask.
Which reward? He's not going to receive.
Why would you even waste your time like this?
No, the
Which
reward will be putting
Woodward in jail.
Yes. I mean, that's based on the statement.
So that is where we are driving at now.
Based on
his post, that is what
I want to understand. Based on the back and forth with Bulldog, Bulldog
not
to be on the street.
Based on his post,
this is what he is expecting.
Yes,
he wants
he is looking
that Bulldog should be
go to
bars.
jail. Yes,
behind bars.
Yes,
and he is also part. He will join.
Even that, like, how is that, like, how easy is that going to happen?
But why should it happen like that?
No, that's not that it can happen. I mean, it's part of his case. If they have, credible evidence to incriminate him.
Okay,
like I think for the information, this is 1996 Criminal Code, Section 25, harboring criminal, whoever, knowingly or having reason to believe that any person has committed or has been connived any crime, aids, conceals, or harbors such persons with the purpose of enabling him to avoid lawfully or the execution of his sentence shall be guilty of misdemeanor.
Exactly. So
you know there are so many interpretations to what you just read.
Yes.
What is the legal interpretation?
Yeah. So one, now you have to prove that he harbored the criminal, or you have to prove that he had intention of helping somebody to avoid prosecution. And
so can I help? Let me. I think that in this case, how to do that is, if Shatta is cooperating with the police and he is able to give the details to the police, and it really goes in line with their investigations, and at the end of the day, they pronounce judgment that Bulldog is guilty and is sentenced to it. What it means that before this post, you were aware of whatever issues, and why were you keeping? Is it because you?
So when it happens like that, I feel that if they should give Bulldog 10 years, you will take like 5 years.
No, now you two, I'll advise you that read about how we treat witness in cases. If Shatta is going to what he said, so this particular one is telling that case. Yes, now if this one will apply, the police from the beginning will accuse not only Bulldog but in conjunction with Shatta.
But you said you contacted them.
No, that is
so it's still in the process.
No,
at the point this may become.
No, you are not getting it.
Say. This thing Jamu earlier in the day stated that knowing basic law would help us. And with basic law, you will also need to apply what we call the logic, simple logic. Now, if we are treating Shatta Wale as an accomplice of this same crime, because he's humbled. Now, Wale is coming out. He's coming out as a witness. Now, if let's say, for instance, Wale knew that this case is in court, and he wants to be a friend to the court. That is what we call the amicus curiae. What he would have done is to employ his lawyer that I have certain details. This is different though. I have certain details to give to the court in reference to this case. Then they'll go to court. Now he has said he's trying to portray himself as a witness, and even witnesses, we have different witnesses. We have different witnesses. So if let's say you are going to court right now, it means that you had that information in your head
harbored for close to 7
good years. And right now, because you have issues with the person, you are coming out to bring it out. You know that the law would hang you with that.
Okay, Nana Reagan, let's just finish with you.
We'll take it to as for some of us, we will just be, doing the logic laws.
Yeah, the logic one.
Basic ones, as Chemo is saying. But, the court goes beyond logic or basic laws. They use advanced laws and all of that. Interpretations are better done by lawyers who understand some of these cases. So, for me, I will leave that part for the court and the Ghana police to deal with. But for somebody, an entertainment person, a music journalist, personally, I am disappointed in Shatta Wale. I wish he could have applied his beef tactics very, very well in this situation and not even get himself associated with this particular case. Because I feel one, it is going to waste his time. I feel one, it is going to, a lot of people, like we are discussing here now, people are not just going to see Shatta Wale as a hero who is cooperating with the Ghana police today. People are going to say so after 7 years. Obi ekumo obi ba, obi ekumo obi this year, obi ekumo obi manager. And you knew about the deal to somebody have informed you. The person that you are accusing today has informed you years ago, and you were sitting on that information. Are you expecting nature to inform that person? Say, I didn't know.
7 years there.
You understand? Because the police have always been educating and informing us that Charlie, if you see a say campaign, almost said say something. You understand? Why would they do that? It is because they feel that sometimes the normal citizens, people have certain information that can help them come to a conclusion of some of these cases. And then we have the details and we are set. So how are we going to fight crime? I've said this on this platform that the police alone, if you think because they are wearing uniforms and badges and all of that can fight crime alone, then you are lying to yourself.
It's not true.
We need everybody
involved. We
have to be very conscious of the things happening around us and what information we need to give to the police. Also, BIA security at some point. If we are not doing that, then things will be happening, because what it means is that if today I have very good relationship with you and you commit a crime, whether murder or whatever crime, because you are my friend, I should sit on it and let it slide. But if you are not my friend anymore, or our friendship ends on bad rocks or on rocks, then I should come and expose you. I should come and tell the police that you are this, you are that. Come on. This shouldn't be coming from a big, huge, rich, multi-millionaire celebrity like Shatta Wale, who have over 7 houses. Not just houses, so mansions. He runs a lot of business, including Shag's. It shouldn't be coming from him, because he needs a lot of time and peace of mind to run his business and do things. He shouldn't be cooperating with Ghana police at this point where he has released only just a single from On God, the On God album. He needs time to do his work. We are entering into December.
Gift of God album.
Gift of God, yeah, GOG album. We are entering into December. We are in November. We are entering into December. I am sure by now he has been contacted by people, event promoters. He will be playing shows. You understand? So if Ghana police are going to be communicating with you, calling you here, inviting you here, you'll be talking to them here, you have to do this for them because you are cooperating and blah blah blah. Asa, it is going to take away a lot of things from you, including peace of mind.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see him go through such situations again, because just recently we know what went on with his issues with this false prophecy thing, and nobody who have love for him would wish that he should go into similar situations again. That is why personally I am disappointed. I wish if he wants to fight Bull God, he should find a very tactical way to do it. Me, I am for the way they are speaking up on issues. I am saying that there are certain key people in this industry or in this country that can call the two of them, sit them down, within 24 hours and everything will be resolved.
Okay. You said this thing same way yesterday. This is Chamo in Team Solomon Dodu, Nana Reagan, and of course Young Barrister expressing their displeasure on Shatta Wale and then Bulldog's issue. We promise to feed you on whatever is going to come up from the courts, the police, and everywhere. We'll make sure we follow and then feed you like how we do it every day. My name is MC Berima, your favorite MC's MC, and this very episode has been very, very exciting and then educative. Let's say thank you to Courage the Guitar Rasta, being my makeup artist, and of course camera coverage personnel, Richie Flex, and of course Lappy G being our producer, and to my big man. Thank you so much for doing this thing with me. Always, always, always. God bless you. And to you out there too. Be good, be blessed, be safe, stay positive and out of trouble. Peace, and we are out.